entertaining for you. I'm just wondering if anybody developed anything on Android yet. Excellent. Any? Just two of us. For iPhone. Anybody developed for iPhone? Excellent. Great. Anybody played with the iPad? Excellent too. Excellent. Anybody played with an Android-based pad? Excellent. So, anyways, this is a little information about me. I basically done a lot of development using Java and Linux and a lot of open source software. Very interested in mobile devices. Basically, started playing with the radios 30 years ago, basically today it's one of the things that I'm interested in terms of developing a strategy for a company, also in terms of the best technology, and in terms of trying to predict where it's going to go. And that's probably some of this maybe something you guys are interested in as well. This is just for fun. This is one day in use. Yesterday, information about Android and Google and Apple. Every day, everybody talks about it. It's on everybody's mind. Well, almost everybody. This is only from technical news sources. Steve Jobs' quote actually was on the mainstream news. This is the way I see it. I had all of these devices, played with them, developed for them at some point, reused them. And as much as people see sort of iPhone appearing on the scene at a certain time and sort of taking over everything, it wasn't really, it was an evolution. And obviously, nobody questions that it's one of the best devices out there. It's a very well developed piece of hardware and software. It's probably still is the best offering right now. And but there's a trends, and it doesn't stop with the iPhone either. It goes on, right? And there's a lot more trends coming in right now. The iPhone is not the best, and in terms of a strategy, it might be some platforms are positioned better to take advantage of some of the opportunities. And this is what I would like to discuss. So basically, every step on this diagram, it's almost like any kind of other evolution. It had beginning, and then it's kind of never ends, it just goes on. And we are right now, I'm going to be trying to focus on this area. What's new and interesting in this market. Really, there's a number of different players here. If you go to the Nokia presentations, you're going to find out that Nokia made more phones than anybody else combined, right? But interesting enough, those are not smartphones. If you're going to look at their market share, it's actually their internet use by Nokia devices actually very small. In fact, it's so small you can't even see it when you compare it with an iPhone and Android. And I have a graph there. Obviously, RIM, somebody mentioned RIM, very powerful platform. Interestingly enough, people on the RIM devices also don't browse a lot of internet. That's because, I would guess, multiple factors. One of them may be usability. But if you look at the usability stats, you will see today mostly these two platforms. And I'm going to show these slides. So obviously, Microsoft is still developing their platform. Last time I looked at it, it had a basically phone with links to SharePoint and Microsoft Office and Excel on the phone. It was kind of strange. Like I don't know. But that's coming later this year, and maybe when it's out, maybe there's going to be a good reason to meet and talk about it. So I'm going to try to focus on these two platforms. So one platform is Apple, and those are 3 devices today that you can develop for. And Google, basically Android. As far as I know, there's no Android device